It's about 6:15, and I'm just starting to hear some decent gobbling. It's a cold day. This feels more like a deer hunt. Got northeast winds. They're light. It's been raining all day. Rained all day yesterday. This has been a tough season for me. We're sitting up here, kind of rolled down to the east from an area that's one of the high points on the property. Got my decoys staked out. I've seen birds up here hanging around before. It's an area where I think they go to be seen. So, we'll see what happens. I have been hearing a little bit more gobbling. It's hard to tell where it's coming from inside the blind though. But I'm going to slip out here and show you something. This first part of May, and we've had like, I don't know, 3 inches of snow or so, and a lot of it's melted from all the rain we've had. Lows overnight were like in the mid-30s or so. So most of it was rain and it melted off the snow we had yesterday, but I'll tell you what, this weather's crazy. Here, check this out. This thing was all caved in with snow and rain this morning. I had to shake it all off. Pretty wild, huh? Snow in May in Missouri. Just took a little stroll. It's about 9 o'clock. I spent about 30 minutes out there kind of hugging the thick stuff and the cedars and whatnot. If I hadn't have cleared my throat, I probably would have walked right up on a bunch of deer. They jumped out about 40 yards in front of me or so. That was pretty neat. Now, one thing about doing that sort of thing during turkey season, give you some ideas where to hunt come bow season when you get after those whitetails. I tell you what, nothing beats getting out and just hoofing the property that you hunt. Use your USGS maps, use Google Earth, but by all means, whenever possible and convenient and appropriate, get out and actually walk the property too when you're doing your scouting and whatnot. Put your feet on it, put your eyes on it, put your hands on it. Get personal with it if you want to score on big game animals. These turkeys, their eyes are just they'll just, seems like they just pick me out when I'm in a tree stand. I'm breathing. And I didn't think I'd see any morels, and I didn't. This weather is just not conducive to them. I found a couple the other day. Maybe I'll throw that picture up here for you to see. Something else you guys can do this time of year if you never got into it is morel hunt for those mushrooms. And it really pays to study what you're looking for too, because if you eat the wrong ones, you can become very sick or die. I'm going to go ahead and throw down on just a little bit more coffee here and eat me another one of these oatmeal breakfast squares. Alright guys, I want to tell you a little bit about where I'm hunting. If you watched my second hunt of the season, which was April 27th, I believe, it would have been last Saturday, I was walking up out of the bottom area, and our shooting time had already expired, which is 1 o'clock here in the Show Me State. And lo and behold, there was a gobbler and his hen about 40 yards from the truck, milling around cedars and whatnot. Well, I decided to put my blind fairly close to where I saw that activity. And a lot of times they like to come out and hang around on the higher elevated areas around noontime. You know, I don't know how textbook it is, but I've read about that in magazines and whatnot, and I've even seen it happen before too, so I'll be keeping my fingers crossed here. It always cracks me up when I see those crows dive bombing the turkeys. Of course, that isn't the case this time, but I have seen that. That's funny. I'll tell you what, that crow call is a really good locator call. I've had some luck with that in the past. As a matter of fact, the first turkey I ever killed was on a crow call. It was responding to it really well. I haven't been doing a whole lot of calling today. I've noticed that this season the birds are not really all that vocal. So I try to kind of somewhat mimic what's going on in the area. I'm still kind of hoping somebody shows up here at the top of this hill around lunchtime. It's just after 11. See how much longer I can sit tight. Guys, I'll tell you what, the turkey just didn't seem to be interested in me at all this year. That's alright. It was good getting out. Just pretty much a weekend warrior here. I only got to hunt 3 times, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Probably gonna do something here for too long I haven't done before. I usually wait to chase squirrels until I'm through chasing deer every year, but Show Me State squirrel season opens around the end of May, and my daughter's been expressing an interest in that, so naturally I'm gravitating to that interest. And speaking of my daughter, her birthday is May 4th. And today is May 4th. She's going to be 14 years old. I forget what hour of the day is, but that's my wife's territory, so we'll just say she's 14. But we're going to be celebrating with family this afternoon at our home. Who knows, maybe we'll run out to dinner or something tonight together. But Rebecca, sweetheart, Daddy loves you very much. Daddy's proud of how far you've come in your life. You're getting to be quite the young lady. It's neat to see you expressing an interest in the outdoors. Hopefully we can hook up on some squirrel hunting here, sweetheart. I'll tell you something else too. I'm looking forward to chasing those crappie and the bass. And we've got some really nice folks who let us fish their properties too. And some of these farm ponds end up being more like farm lakes as big as they are, and there's some nice fish in them too. We're going to be getting after those catfish too. Got some river spots and got all kinds of stuff playing, guys, so y'all just keep enjoying it, stay out in it. There's so much we can learn about being in the outdoors. I think there's so many things that God can teach us about life in general. So until next time, guys, happy hunting to you.